Once in a land once free, there was a mighty kingdom built on principles of truth, strength, and justice. Its people believed they were protected by walls of laws and leaders who swore oaths to serve them. They held faith that their kingdom would endure forever. But not all wars are fought with swords. An unseen force had infiltrated the highest towers of power, not with an army, but with a silent weapon. At first it was small, a few whispered temptations in the ears of the rulers, gold exchanged in secret halls, but soon the real weapon was revealed. They didn't just seek to control the laws, they sought to own the souls of the rulers. The invaders did not threaten the rulers directly. Instead, they ensnared them with the most wicked trap imaginable, the destruction of the innocent. They used child trafficking not just as an evil enterprise, but as a tool to create leverage over the powerful. Those who partook became slaves to their masters, forever bound by the knowledge that the exposure meant disgrace and ruin. Others who resisted were framed, silenced, or killed. A man who holds no secrets cannot be blackmailed, but a man with shame will sell his own people to keep his chains hidden. With the leaders under their control, the hidden hand forced the kingdom into endless wars, feeding industries of destruction while its people starved. The rulers told the people they were fighting for justice, but the only justice was for the merchants of war. The kingdom sentenced young warriors to fight and die in foreign lands, never questioning why. Meanwhile, the treasury was drained and the kingdom became dependent on its new masters. A kingdom in debt is a kingdom owned. A people at war are too distracted to see their true enemy. To ensure their rule would never be questioned, the parasites corrupted the very foundation of the kingdom, its people. The family was broken apart, the children were raised by their enemies, the food was poisoned, weakening the bodies of the people. The truth was twisted, rewriting history to make them forget who they were. A people who do not know their past have no future. Not all who had fallen asleep. A remnant remained. They saw the signs, they knew the truth, and they understood the great deception that had taken place. They knew no one would come to save them. They had to save themselves. And so they turned to the ancient weapon, the one the parasites who feared the most, which is fasting. They stopped feeding the system. They withdrew their labor, their gold, and their obedience. They starved the parasites. They cleansed their bodies and the minds, refusing to be poisoned any longer. They purified their souls. They rejected the lies, the temptations, and the chains of corruption. A parasite can only live where it is fed. Stop feeding it, and it dies. The rulers, now exposed, began to crumble. Without the people's compliance, their power was dust. The blackmail could no longer hide. The war profiteers had no more soldiers to send. The merchants of corruption had no more slaves to control. The kingdom awoke. And the parasites, they fled. This is not just a story. It is the war that we are in now. The leaders of our land are blackmailed. They obey their hidden masters, not the people. Our economy is drained by endless conflicts. Wars fought for profits, not for justice. Our society is poisoned. The family is shattered. The youth are corrupted, and the truth is silenced. But just as the kingdom in the story awoke, reclaimed its power, so too can we. Fasting is more than cleansing the body. It's cleansing the chains of control. Rejecting the lies is more than seeking truth. It is breaking the spell of slavery. Refusing to comply is more than a rebellion. It is the path to true freedom. A man cannot be bribed, cannot be ruled. A people who cannot be blackmailed cannot be enslaved. The parasites have overplayed their hand. They believe the people are too weak to resist, but they have forgotten the power of the righteous, the fire that burns in the rock that does not ask permission. The storm is coming, and those who have starved the parasite, purified their souls, and armed themselves with the truth will stand unshaken. The parasites have no future, but we do. Miigwech Jin.